I would have done a test recording before hitting the live button, but I was in such a rush when I saw it was 7:30 and I was still setting up. I didn't think to do that, and I also forgot that my audio settings aren't exactly the same from the last time I've done this because... Oh, I guess they are. Desktop audio can stay the same. Elgato. I can't really think of a reason to touch that. I was gonna say, I readjust the settings for recordings from Pokemon XG, and I haven't adjusted them back since then. But guess don't gotta really worry about that being the case, because apparently it's a different thing. Again, though, if anyone notices that the game audio is too loud while I'm recording, feel free to let me know, and I can always bump it down. But assuming that it hasn't been adjusted, I can't think of a reason why it would be. Should be all set there. Playback here with live streaming. Everything still seems good on the Twitch end of things. Okay, I just refreshed my preview and we seem good on the YouTube end of things. Don't mind the fact there's a mass outbreak going on right now. This was from my play session yesterday, and I just left it here instead of actually like going back to town, because I get the feeling we might need to do some soft resets. 1 sec. I just had to close the window to make sure we are all good to go. Sip some water. Make a little memo on my phone for personal reasons. All right. For real this time, I think I'm ready to go. So everything should be set up that I can just like software set and actually get some mass outbreaks to check out. For anyone new here, the general goal of these streams is to try to get a shiny Pokemon of every Hisui form. I didn't even realize that Stanlers could appear in the Icelands. Hold on, that's actually pretty solid, because that's one of the Pokemon that I haven't got. That's one of the Hisui Pokemon I haven't gotten a shiny of yet, and I don't just got a mass outbreak, I got a whole outbreak with slightly better odds to play around with. Let's see, yeah, I'm at 184 checks specifically on Stantlers and massive outbreaks. So this could be the time, this could be the moment. And because of that, I think I'm going to just directly save and go there instead of the usual spew and like check out the garden and all that jazz. And I know I have said in the description and a whole bunch of other places, but I feel the need to apologize for just not doing this so many weeks in a row. I did have intentions at some point to actually start a new stream series, but First, like, my plans to actually stream my own playthrough of my own of the games I made. We'll say for now, fallen out, because I am. The more I think about it, the more solidified I am in my decision to not live stream that and record on my own time, so I have a little bit more freedom of what gets shown and what doesn't. But like all that time that I would spend recording stuff is being dedicated to keeping up with videos for the Pokemon XG Next Gen series, so I haven't really had any time to even consider doing that. And I haven't really thought of a good game that I want to play on stream instead. Plus, it just doesn't help that this is all on top of how the past few weeks I've kind of just been in a state of like, I'm not really feeling up to. I want to do something more casual, and like this is probably my current Zen game, if you can tell from the fact I do it on Game & Chill all the time, and life is always my go-to when it's always the game I fall back on when I'm not really feeling ambitious enough to live stream something else. So maybe I should convert my rocks. I'm only just now realizing how excuse me, I had a sneeze that had to come out right then, right there. I think that's good for selling right now. Although, since I'm not really like bumping up my stats on my Pokemon, might as well exchange all of these to the highest tier and probably sell them if I'm still too high. Alright, how are we looking now? I'm assuming by the fact that the rocks are here and not in my ion box that I'm maxed out? Oh, I guess not. Honestly, I'm not sure if I really want to even sell them. Just reorganize everything. Probably can sell like 10 Stardust as well. Oh, I forgot to... Nah, I did my crafting already. I think we're good to go. I feel like I've been holding everyone up a bit as is. Shoot. Maybe it was for the best that I didn't pick up anything too serious today, because now I notice my throat feels a little strained. Not serious. if it was serious enough, then it would just stop right here. But it's just like on the verge of like being too much, but not it's kind of like my voice is kind of right in that middle frame of like feeling good enough to talk, but not feeling great enough to really excoriate myself. Oh, right. It's a normal outbreak, not a massive outbreak. Part of me wonders if I should just bite the bullet and do some soft resetting and maybe manipulation for it, but I'm not sure if I'm really feeling that ambitious. Yeah, if you've been watching for a while, you probably know me by now and how I just like, if I have to soft reset too many, I'd rather do things the hard way than to soft reset and have nothing to show for hours upon hours of time spent in the game. Almost forgot to pull up the stealth spray. Let's see how many I can just snipe. One. Nope, that was too far away. Great, and now they're gonna run. Two, three. That was fast. I know I made that big deal of just like, we're so close to odds, we definitely should have something now. This will be the time. I wasn't expecting it to actually be the time. At 187 checks, 86% of the way to to over odds. I did hit the save button, right? I hate the fact that it can run. I don't even know what Pokeball will look good in it. I mean, you're green, so I'm guessing a blue color would be just fine. There we go. You ran right up to my face, good sir. Don't be so alarmed that there's actually a person in that giant pile of smoke that you're suddenly afraid of. Shoot, they saw me. Well, that's it, huh? I say that's it, but I mean, we got the freaking shiny from it. I say that's pretty good. Where's the satchel? Ah, there it is. I mean, I might as well pick up all these along the way. Like, I accidentally hit the bullet, and one of the times when the game prompted me, do you want to update the console? I accidentally hit yes instead of start software. So now I'm stuck with the game card update like everyone else out there. I knew it was gonna happen eventually, though. Knew you can run away from that forever. You're actually all set. And that's right, I can go up to good old Stanler and I can change the Pokedex entry to this shiny variant. Where are you? Oh, that was not the button I meant to hit, if you can tell. Green Stantler. Time will tell if I actually evolve it up to wait there. Probably happen eventually, but I might just wait until I get all these other Pokedex entries. Or get all the other shinies that I'm still looking for first. So it was really like at 187 that I found it. Don't mind me, I'm checking my phone to see what's left. So, actually it's not too many. We got the Hissuian, because somehow I haven't found a shiny Rowlet yet. Despite all the outbreaks I've checked in general. Cypher was also kind of a surprising one. Qwilfish in this line, and Lilligant. But still, that's like 4 more Pokemon left. And I'll be honest, of all places I was expecting to find my shiny Stantler, I was not expecting it to be here in the Icelands. I thought we were pretty much done with that place. And I would only just check out a whim. Because it's not going to be part of the goal, but I will attest that I would love to actually get... I'd like to actually get a shiny Burmite and not just an Avalugg. I know Avalugg's the one that's actually a different variant with Hisui. I know Avalugg's the Hisui one and Burmite's just normal, so technically this is what counts towards the goal of getting every Hisui form as a shiny. Why do I keep pressing that button? But still, part of me kind of ponders if the collection is really complete without a shiny Burmite. Or Berg. Why do I call it Burmite when it's a Bergmite? It's cuter. I think the shiny form is a vibrant blue, which we can double check Avalugg, but like besides the Tux, there wasn't really too much to. There wasn't as much to shiny Avalugg as I was hoping. It's all like in the Tux, if I remember correctly. And I mean, we'll get to it eventually, but I mean, the tree was shaking. What was I supposed to do? Ignore it? Yeah, sure. Let's catch the Pokemon first. And then be along our merry way. As much as I would love to just knock it out and be alone, said Mary Way, I do still need to do fast style moves in order to complete the Pokedex entry for Electabuzz here. It's essentially the main reason I have this Rotom out and about with me. Yeah, it's actually, in terms of stream quality, it's actually a little unfortunate that we stumbled upon a shiny, let alone one that we're actually looking for, or I'm looking for, so early on, because, like, that's it, we peaked. There's no, I do not have any confidence that we'll find another one of the shinies I'm looking for on stream, so the temptation to just end it off here is kind of ridiculously high. Not helped by the fact that I'm kind of a little tired, but we'll go for a little bit, maybe like try to find at least one more mass outbreak that works in our favor. Because it would be cool to actually have this done before Legend CA comes out. I'm not as gung-ho about that goal, but that deadline in particular, the more I play the game, because I'm kind of... I think the last time I talked about Legends of EA, I mentioned that I wasn't really interested in getting it. That some of the more recent trailers that we've seen of it kind of like sold me off on the idea of it being for me. And because we haven't gotten anything new to prove otherwise, I kind of still have that sentiment. Right. Also kind of doesn't help that, like, I'm not going to be getting a Switch 2 on launch because all my time and energy is going to be going into the new chapters of Deltarune that are coming out at that exact time. And hypothetically, yeah, I could get it for Switch 2, but I already have my save files from the Chapter 1-2 demo on Steam, so it'd be kind of foolish to, like, just not pick it up on Steam. Also doesn't help that there isn't really, like, any other Switch 2 games that really stick out in my mind as games I want to get at launch. I'm probably going to be passing both Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. And I guess from that whole direct in general, the only thing that stuck out in my mind as a must-get, for at least for me personally, was Deltarune. And for the reasons I just explained, I can't exactly get that on Switch 2. We we gotta actually pay for it now. So I gotta buy it on Steam if I want to keep my save data from the demo. Why am I even going after Crobat? Do I need to catch flying Crobats? No, Crobat's all mastered out. Right. I had to remind myself why I'm even still here. But I just wanted to pick up this... I remember now, I wanted to pick up the satchels before I hunt for another outbreak. And with said satchels taken care of, I think it's time to, you know, hunt for our next outbreak. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it was, maybe my count was like one off because it was like the fourth Stanler ran into. Or at least the 4 Stantler that we caught, which probably means that it might even been more than the 4 Stantler that we ran into. You know, let's get a good look at our new friend before progressing onwards. Get a good picture of you without, like, frame rate getting in the way. Or I mean, like, you know what I mean, like, not have to perform, not have the visual quality, like, go bad just because there's too much snow or something in the background. Alright. Hold on. I think I can do something funny with this later. Alright. I've had my fun. Let's at least engage in some... Let us now at least engage in some fun that people watching can actually have fun too. Hypothetically in theory. Damn, still. Like, I knew it'd be better odds in a normal outbreak instead of the mass outbreak, but still. The fact that it was so easy. What's next? Getting a shiny cipher immediately in the next outbreak? And not even in the first area where I would expect to find a cipher? Well, one way to find out. Now, where is mine? There you are. I mean, Munchlax is not what I'm looking for, but Munchlax would be cool. I guess I'll just give it a quick skim before I reset. No harm, no foul. Okay, they're actually both all set. So screw it. It's the only thing I'm really doing around here, so I might as well clear out the whole outbreak. How do I get back at... I guess that counts as a back attack. I don't know, that one... The sleeping kind of makes it sound like that one Snorlax is right behind me, but I don't see it anywhere. Where is it? Huh. Maybe it's a glitch? I don't see any sleeping Pokemon around here. But I definitely hear them. Well, you know me, I struggle with that. I hate to actually reset. So I think I'll just check out any outbreaks along the way of these satchels instead of just rebooting it. Surely it won't be that much extra time. How? How have we found another shiny already? I don't know. Oh, there it is! It's a Starly! It's not that exciting because I have a Starly already, but I mean... But the fact that it's happened so soon... Like, this is the... I just got back from the Stanler outbreak, and there's already another one? This isn't even from an outbreak. This is like, quote-unquote, full odds. Like... as full of odds as you can get with a shiny charm and having that Pokemon's researched maxed out. Still, in theory, that shouldn't have happened so soon after the Stanler. Jeez. Is it really gonna be one of those nights? I forgot to clip it. Oh well. Well, on one hand, I would have loved to save that shiny luck for, at the very least, a Pokemon I didn't already have a shiny of. But I can't look at the RNG like that. I have to look at it from the perspective of, if I would have just reset it immediately after the Snorlaxes, then I would have never seen that particular shiny again. Not from the perspective of, well, if I did reset right away, then I would have just been able to get that shiny luck on a different Pokemon. No, I can't look at it that way. That Starly is special, even if it's a duplicate. And we shall treat it as such. Well, I kind of... screw it. I'll check out the Baneri outbreak while I'm here. Just on the off chance that it's an alpha, because, man, with the luck we've had tonight, finding that sort of outbreak, definitely worth taking a little extra time just to see if my luck continues to be crazy. I wonder if Great Balls would be enough for these little fellas. But you see, it's not really that important if I catch them. I just gotta clear out the outbreak as quickly as possible so we can have some... we can see what the next phase is. Huh. Speaking of... oh, there you are. Alright, what's next? Oh, and of course I'm too far away to actually see it. Oh, they're Alpha Baneries. Perfect. But screw it. If you want to fight me so bad, then so be it. Oof. Yeah, still feels like we're like years away from actually seeing Blissy's research said and done. But do I still have the stealth spray going? With how long the probably not. I guess with a Pokemon battle, I should assume that my stealth spray always runs out by the end of the battle. Call it a hunch, call it just how short it actually is. No shiny Maneri. Can't complain, we literally just got one outside of an outbreak. Like, what feels like 2 seconds ago. I guess I went through this mass outbreak after all. Now, I just remembered what I should be doing is finding another Togepi. Because, like, the one thing I still need to do to max out Togepi's research is to evolve one more, but I don't have another one to evolve. Wait, I don't even think this is the outbreak. I think I'm just wasting my time with normal Luxios. It actually, I guess if anything, I should go after the outbreak that gives me berries. Get even a slight bit extra out of this outbreak, and I say extra, but it's more just like regaining the berries that I lost or gave to my in the Hermunchlax in the first place. Where are they? Oh, that was not kind of unfortunate that the rain ended right when I got here, but it's fine. That's still a couple more berries to make up for the ones that I spent. Almost got a full return. Just one shy of a full return. Hopefully no one minds that I'm not being too talkative today. I know it's not great for video entertainment, but doing it this way has been working out for me, and like with how crazy my luck has been this stream, I think the reactions that I've been having have overall made up for the fact that I have been feeling a bit less talkative than normal. Not even saying I'm normally too talkative, but still. Oh hey, it's a female Combi. That's a surprise in of itself. May not be shiny, but just randomly stumbling upon one out of a tree. I say that's a pleasant surprise. You know, I really need to just stop being sidetracked though and get another outbreak going. Right, okay, there's a... I guess a little sidetracked. I forgot the whole reason why I came out here in the first place. Okay. And I just got done putting the other shiny away, and yet we've already stumbled upon a new one. Right, which means I gotta take another picture. Can I put you on top of the box? Nope. This works. It'd be nice if I could take a picture without your text box in there. There we go. I think it's kind of... It's not perfect. I just noticed it. I only just now noticed the little gap between legs. But, like, it's still pretty good for... I gotta remember this is a video game and not real life. Things aren't going to be perfectly one-to-one in terms of animation. I should appreciate what I have instead of nitpick the little details that are not. Oh, hi, Professor Laviton. Didn't notice you there. It was like you didn't even exist for a second. No, that time it was a joke, so I can get away with it. Wouldn't it be crazy if I got a shiny every time I went out tonight? That's not gonna happen, because that would beat every record I've ever had with shiny Pokemon luck. So it's not gonna have that crazy luck. Not to mention, you think I kind of would have like rated out shiny luck because I just got back from Machop Community Day earlier on. So, I mean, like, finding shiny Pokemon on Pokemon Go Community Day isn't really luck. In fact, it'd kind of be more, like, unlucky if you didn't find a shiny, rather than lucky if you did. For a Pokemon I didn't really want, and was only going out for the Community Day because I had a free ticket related to it anyways, I did get a lot of Machops. Like, too many shiny Machops. Like, if it wasn't for the fact, like I could have easily got away with playing 1 hour instead of 2. And even with not playing the whole 3 hours, I still got way too many. Let's just do a little countdown. At least Machop is a Gen 1 Pokemon, so I can easily just transfer them to Let's Go to get around the whole limit. Only 18. Like, it felt like I got a lot more than that. But maybe it was because I was doing a lot of other things besides checking Machops while I was walking. Like, I think I did 2 raids. Or maybe it was 1 raid. No, yeah, it was 2 raids. And 1 or 2... max battles on top of checking the Pokemon. Oh, wait. Oh, it sucks because there's no way I'm going to be able to replicate. Especially if my character just goes in the random idle poses. But, man, if only I had an easy way to share a screenshot from my phone. So, here's what happened. I closed the Pokemon summary screen, and I guess I had a Zigzagoon for... There's a Zigzagoon that appeared behind me. But then, like, that Fox Pokemon appeared right on top of the Zigzagoon. I didn't notice the Fox, though. I just opened it up and saw, like, a black and red tail, and I freaked out for a millisecond, because I'm like, Galarian Zapdos? I'm not even running an instance. What are you doing here? No, it's not a Galarian Zapdos. The resemblance, though, was really uncanny. And I don't know if I could really replicate just how close it looked to the one, even if I did take a screenshot. It'll just take my word for it. Game really trolled me there for a sec. With how much I've been freaking out this stream, though, I gotta be careful, or else I might actually lose my voice. I swear, it hasn't even been an hour yet. Alright, what we got now to work with? Just a couple of toss. I guess it's gonna happen eventually. Man, it sucks. I've uninstalled, or in terms of new update, eject ukulele from my game, even though it's a virtual card. Yeah, it's still going to show up on the home screen because I was messing around with it, and I haven't played enough other games on my Switch yet to like push that back down. What I was trying to do is reinstall Ukulele Impossible Lair, because there's a game that I remember. I had fun with it, but I never finished it. I forgot how far I got into it, but I know I never beat it. So over the past couple weeks, I was thinking, maybe if I'm desperate to find stuff to do on the treadmill, maybe I could revisit Impossible Lair and finish that game up. We'll see how that pans out, though. I know there's like a whole laundry list of games I want to revisit, but there's a reason I haven't revisited them yet. Always get caught up in other things. I do a lot of other things besides play video games. Maybe too many other things besides play video games. It just doesn't feel like it, because some of those things I do besides play video games is make quote-unquote content related to video games. On things I did try, the reason that the Game Boy NSO thing was so close up there is because I got around to playing Kirby Stackers. That was like part of the most recent NSO update. It was interesting, but I was going to pass on it because that would require connecting my Switch to the internet, which I was trying to avoid because I was trying to avoid updates. But since I had that slip up of accidentally updating my Switch, figured why not just reconnect my Switch to the internet and try out Kirby Stackers. I'm paying for the online service. I don't play online with friends. I might as well do something to make the most out of it. I'm thinking of even bumping back down to the basic NSO. Yeah. We'll see. There's definitely other games and stuff that I could play on there. I just don't know if I want to or not. Or if I would prefer to play stuff on my Steam Deck. All I know is that in 2 weeks, I'm not going to be playing much of... Probably won't be touching my Switch that much because Deltarune will have gone beyond tomorrow and into today and beyond. Yeah. It's kind of weird I'm even making that reference, because it was definitely for a hot minute where I was like, okay, internet, you kind of run the whole Deltarune Tomorrow thing into the ground. It's not fun anymore. But now that it actually has a release date, there's just something that's actually entertaining about the joke. I guess the fact that you could actually pinpoint it to a particular date and not like just confuse everyone that's not in on the joke, or just like I have to like see specific examples that bothered me to remember exactly what bothered me. So I'm not really gonna worry about it, because the point being is that it's fun. It's fun now, so why dwell on what wasn't? Tangent, I finished up Deltarune Yellow, at least up to the point where the most current build is at. I just realized I went to Coastland and forgot to check the palm trees. Well, I guess with how many sidetracks I've been on, that's not the worst thing. Focus on the mission and all. But this time I gotta remember to actually check out the palm trees, even if the Pokemon I'm looking for aren't there. And I'm pretty sure out of everything I'm looking for, only Overqwil. What? Speaking of, what do you know? There's two of them. I can't even think of the most efficient way to go about getting both of them. They're like so far apart. Yeah, let's go this way. I was gonna start with the Molten area and work my way down, but if I go to the Molten area first, I'll definitely forget to check the volcano for mud after I'm all done. I don't know, part of me is still going that it would be more efficient to do it this way, but my mind is set. We are getting the shiny Qwilfish tonight. There's 2 outbreaks. I've checked quite a few already. So many that, even though we've already had such tremendous luck with shiny Pokemon tonight, I have faith in myself that we can push this luck onwards to ranges and areas that it has never been before. After all, I'm trying to catch Pokemon in the water. I need whatever blessings I can get. Okay, there's a Qwilfish. Now, in an ideal world, we can sneak up on them without disturbing them and just be along our merry way. I said without disturbing them. Well, you know, one got disturbed. You know, I know, like, to some extent, you want to break the mold eventually of, like, every sea creature being a water type. But also, it's a sea creature. Water isn't... It's literally a creature in the sea. Great, and now they're all gonna be upset. But I'm already done with Roll Tom, and I think I still need to do strong style moves. So I think this works to my favor. You know, there's something about Poison Dart that just feels like so resilient, even though like they're all weak to ground, and like even ground is usually not that uncommon of a thing. Like Earthquake's probably the most popular and fake. Wait! What? No! I can't keep getting away with this. I can't keep... I can't keep getting away with blessing myself like this. Also, I should probably get on a fish before I drown. No. No. No, this can't be happening. Oh, it's definitely not happening. Snow White is kind of like ready to destroy me. No, I should have catched in the blue ball because it's all white and silver. There's even white and silvery in the mix. I can't believe I'm tempted to reset just to get in the Pokeball I want. I did save, right? Screw it, I'm not gonna risk it. We got the Qwilfish, and I don't know if I even want to do any the rest of these. Like, holy cow, why is this the stream that I don't want to talk and just take things chill? The stream that I'm just finding practically everything. I forgot to even count the Qwilfish that I've been seeing. I forgot to even pull up the tracker. Alright, where's the rest of ya? I know you're out here somewhere, and I'm here, so I might as well finish what I started. Forget, do I even still need to do strong style, or I just need to do close combat a bazillion more times? I forget which of the two. Yeah, it's just strong style moves in general. Oh well. Still don't see any harm in setting that up. Maybe I'll get some moves in here that are a little less inefficient. Like Dream Punch. Do I still need to do bulk ups? Completely forgot about that. Can't believe we get to actually do this. What else? What else? There's a reason I was here. Yeah, the Machamp line. I'm scrolling for Machamp in particular. I just done everything you need to do with close combat and bulk up. I just need to do a strong move 30 more times. Yeah, good luck with that. Guess I could look up Rotom and see if I need to do any more fast style moves before I inevitably box it. Dang, so close to a full knockout, and I don't even get the consolation prize of having it in perfect catching range. You know, with how much these Qwilfish like to go boom, I guess it's good that I was able to catch my shiny outside of battle, because you know, that would have sucked. Speaking of which, just to be certain, Who can obliterate themselves with recoil damage first? Hopefully not me. Well, I mean, if it's right in the range to catch, I might as well catch it instead of actually defeat it. It's just more... It's more cost effective. Right, that's all for that outbreak. Am I crazy enough to see if I get anything else from the other outbreak? I mean, I could always just teleport to the molten area to get there faster, so... How about I just take a quick rest and see where our Qwilfish is lying so I can get the perfect count up. Oh my god, that was like this. Is that really the second Qwilfish? That was definitely not the second Qwilfish that I came across. Just this stream has been wild. I guess we'll get a look at you later. After I'm all done with this massive outbreak shenanigans. Stanler and Qwilfish on the same night. Probably within an hour, considering how long it took me to actually start up the stream, safe to say within an hour apart from each other. With a random non-outbreak shiny in between. What a night this has been. Can you imagine if I didn't actually go through with going live tonight? Or worse, well, imagine also if I instead decided to just play this game my own time instead of live streaming it. Got 2 members of the Dex. With my reaction to them saved for forever, hopefully. Alright, let's see if I can do better. I thought I saw a white out in the distance. I'm not even gonna say it, just... If I'm gonna say, I'd rather just save that luck for an actual new shiny rather than a second one. I won't complain about a second shiny Qwilfish, but I'm not gonna jinx it. Okay. And that's it. Yeah, I got no complaints. We already got so much out of that outbreak that I don't even want to bother with anything else. But regardless, since we still got some time on this massive outbreak, maybe I'll go the long way around towards the 8 palm trees and just check out, fly by anything that's down there. Considering I want revenge for the Togepi that got away, I'm tempted to just clear this out, but I've already gotten so lucky. I don't mind saving Togepi for another night. Oh, I completely missed the Machoke outbreak, but screw it. If there was anything cool, then I would have just... Oh! Wait, who else sees me? I get distracted because that Togepi is exactly what I need to finish up his Dex entry. Now, I could have just gone for a strong style Drain Punch. Now that I think more about it. Whatever. Oh, the Togepi is what sees me. Well, if it's not running, it means I can catch it? Why is this Togepi so stubborn? Thank you. Catch your friend just in case I somehow forget and for whatever reason transfer one of them but not the other. I call it transfer, but it's more like releasing in this game. I guess I got too much Pokemon Go on the brain. Like, I still can't believe their marketing work. I was completely gonna pass on Machop Community Day because I got so many. I got everything I could possibly want from the Machop line in Pokemon Go for like the rest of forever. But then they did the thing where like everyone was able to like give free research to each other, and I didn't want to go waste. So sure, instead of going out to walk for the morning, I guess I could wait until 2 in the afternoon to go walk and check out on Community Day that way. Like, I know why they're doing it. They're trying to promote the fact of, oh hey, you no longer need remote raids for chat, or you can now remote people into max battles. We're doing a whole Gigantamax thing with Machamp tomorrow. So to compensate, we're not only gonna give you a Machop Community Day Classic so you can get plenty of candy to power up your Dynamax Machamps if you do it. We're gonna swing the deal by like essentially making the special normally paid research free as long as someone gets it to you and you don't buy it yourself. That being said, considering how rural I am, I still don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do Gigantamax Machamp tomorrow. It feels way too complicated to do the remote. The whole Gigantamax system just feels kind of overwhelming with how much more complicated it is compared to raiding. Like with raiding, it's just you got the right type, you got enough people, you can just win. But like with the whole Gigantamax, it's a whole, I don't even know if I call it strategy, but like you have to think about more than just type. You have to think about like there's like roles. It's like an MMO sort of ordeal, and that feels like a little too much for me, at least in Pokemon Go. And I just don't know if I just check out the Dynamax stuff for like raid Pokemon and that, so I don't even know if I'm really gonna. I don't know if I really have enough good Pokemon to make a team, let alone coordinate with people. We'll see how things pan out tomorrow. I'll probably at least be out. If it's an all-day thing, I'll probably be out just to do my usual morning walk over on the weekend anyways. So, if I happen to see a remote invite for a Gigantamax raid that seems to have enough people for me to actually do, maybe I'll try it. I'd be open to the idea if I was certain it wouldn't be a complete waste of time and resources. But I'm not exactly invested. Why can't I just catch the Pokemon? There we go. Well, the thing I'm not completely invested. I'm not totally sold on the fact that I'll actually do Gigantamax just because you can remote to them. Yet. But it'd be cool because I know they're more powerful, and I just feel like I'll be behind as well, because they've had several Gigantamax, so I definitely wouldn't have the most optimal Pokemon for sort of thing. There's a lot of ifs, and I'm trying not to get, as cool as it would be, I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, because at the end of the day, I play Pokemon Go purely as an excuse to go out to walk. Anything else I get out of the game is purely a bonus, if not a flat out distraction from my primary purposes of playing Pokemon Go. Because I'm kind of mixed on ratings, specifically because it's something that encourages you to be at one place, stationary, instead of like roaming around or walking around down a route, or Pokemon. Because if I'm just gonna stay in one place and tap a button on my phone, I could just play a video game. There's countless games, as I was talking about before, there's countless games on Steam and Switch alone to keep me busy. Awesome, Rotom is done, which is actually a little bit of a bittersweet moment, which means because we have no reason to keep Rotom out in the party anymore. I'm also not quite sure where I would stuff it in box-wise. Maybe I'll just put it under rare finds for now, so I don't have to reorganize everything. Don't count these. These are the shinies in these two boxes are exclusively from Pokemon Go, and I kept them in here in hopes of like trading them with people back in the day, but now they kind of just like sit there and do nothing. Big question is, who do I get to put in their place? Shit. Did I really need to say that? But I think you know what remember when I was just talking about how I should catch multiple Togepis? On the off chance I just subconsciously transfer them all? Guess what I did? I don't really... I could reset, but I don't think it's worth it just for a Togepi. Surely there's at least one Togepi out there in this grand world that I haven't captured yet. And we're gonna find it. We're gonna put it in a box immediately away from the boxes I usually transfer Pokemon from. We're gonna treasure it, we're gonna love it, and we're not going to release it before I evolve it. Especially since because I was just about to take a break to refill my water in that, but now I don't want to step away until I get another Togepi. I'm kind of wondering if it'd be better if I just like mess around with time. Cause think over here, I don't think it was Togepi. I think they were just more. I think it was Hapinis that appeared in that area that I'm thinking of. Yeah, I don't care if this screws up the mass outbreak. I think I've gotten everything I could possibly want out of them. and more. So let's just set things back to the morning. Hopefully that resets the Togepis that would normally appear. Kind of weird that they don't. Can't really complain. Alright. There goes the outbreaks. Yeah, really? How about that other area where there was like 2 Togepis I just stumbled into without even trying? Oh. Please don't screw this up for me, Braviary. You can try to murder me all you want once I catch this Togepi. Thank you. Now, you're kind of fighting out of your league, but I'll respect your hustle, especially because you gave me the space to get the little Togepi that I needed. Oh wait, didn't I want to get mud from the Molten area? I told you I was gonna forget. Oh, wow. Okay, this is perfect. I forgot to actually clear a new space, but this is actually perfect because now the Togepi is exactly where it needs to be. So I can start getting his happiness up and evolving the Toetic and be done with the Togepi Pokedex. Actually, like, I think like flying from here is about as far as flying from the main camp, so I might as well just grab that satchel along the way. In hindsight, I kind of went the long way around, but it's all good. Things will pan out in the end. Now I gotta this. Only thing I can think of is that now I gotta decide of if I want to go on break and come back, or if I just want to leave things off on a high note and end the stream off here. Like I mentioned, my throat is not quite bad, but there's small red flags. So I wouldn't mind I would take that as an excuse to end early, but I've been having such amazing luck on this stream. Can't deny that the temptation to keep going is very strong right now. You know what? Save. I did say I wanted to get a picture with the new shiny before leaving here. Sure, let's do a quick swap of the box. Not exactly feeling ambitious enough to fly all the way over the lake just to get a picture with the water, with the Pokemon that's in the water, but this works. That works for me. And I think if I think I'm just not best with the Togepi, so that there's no way I can screw this up. Sure, let's report the one Togepi we got. I'm sure that makes the ounce of the difference in the world. That's probably the smallest amount of money I've gotten in a long time. You know what, I'm gonna go on break here. I think there might even be things I would want from an Outbreak, or I mean a space-time distortion from this area in particular. So I'm gonna just go on break here. Leave the game open and see what happens. Make for... Maybe I pushed that button a little too soon, but this feels like this would make it a lot more interesting of a BRB screen than the pause menu. So I'll see you all in a little bit. Maybe if I didn't reset time, there would have been a space-time rift, but nah. Right, the BRB. I was gonna say I'd go to 2 hours, but that was when I thought we were well past an hour and a half of the stream. So I'm gonna stick to my initial plan of doing just one more massive mass outbreak. We'll see how I am from there, because yeah, the more I think about it, the fact that I'm still got a little scratch in my throat even after taking a water break. A shorter stream might be good for me. Man, did I really forget to save the Togepi? Just a side duck. If it's gonna take this long just to get a massive mass outbreak, then maybe we will only have one more of that sort of ordeal before ending things off. I'm gonna just crack a window open. The birds may add to the ambience of the gameplay. More importantly, I can use some fresh air, and nothing really important is going on right this second. Just waiting on loading screens. I hate the fact that I might actually be tempted to get a Switch to if this game gets a free update. Because with no software setting, wouldn't mind like anything that sort of alleviation with anything that makes me spend a little less time staring at this splash art. I'll take. It's fine on my own, but when I'm commentating I really notice it, especially when I'm editing the commentary and like cutting it out. I'm not sure if it's just because there's a pretty picture to look at or something else, but the loading screens here don't seem nearly as atrocious as they are in Pikmin 4. It might just be because the loading times are worse in Pikmin 4, but we're not going to dwell on that too much. Okay, cool. Got a Lilligant. There's some compensation, like extra Cyndaquils and Bonsly. I'll take this. I'll even close my window again because Knowing my luck this stream, the moment I say we're gonna get this shiny Lilligant today, it's gonna end up being shiny. I can't be right every time, right? Hold on. I actually want a minute to load up my account. We're at like 158 checks with Lilligant, or at least Petalittle. So it's not impossible. We're a little bit more under odds with this Pokemon than the previous shinies that we've gotten. But not by that much in the grand scheme of things. Do you? Oh my god! Just kidding. You know what? I want to make it easier on myself to actually keep track of all y'all. So I'm not gonna fight anyone. I'm gonna just catch everything and hope none of them run away. Because then it'll be impossible to count. Jeez, I don't know what you call it, but I keep hearing the sparkling sound. Even when it's not actually there. Oh shoot. There's one that got away. I think if I just add one to the counter now, though, I'll still be decently well off. Do I bother with the Haunters? To be fair with you all, I was actually expecting it to be shiny. I've been jinxing it pretty much every other time, so why would this time be different? Ooh, an actual full-blown Gengar. Sticky Claw Beam. Yeah, I might as well catch these for the berries. I don't think a ton of balls work when they're already aware of me, but screw it. Kind of just gone all in with these shenanigans. And I don't really have any good Pokemon to use against these guys. At least I actually have research yet to do. Like, let's see how much this does. Especially with the fast style, probably nothing. I mean, I guess it's a decent amount. I'm impressed they forgot about me so quickly. Someone hasn't forgotten about me. Hello there, Hunter. Oh shoot, I thought that was the last one. One more Sticky Glove for you. Backstrike should do the trick. No, apparently not. Speaking of which, Togepi, there you are. You got some happiness to raise up. Right, get you. That should be it for this area, right? Yep. Not sure why I'm bothering with the tree shaking. It's probably just another Burmy. What do you know? It's Burmy. Where is the satchel? Okay, yeah, everything's done with the do. Agile moves. I'm actually surprised of how much work you've been getting with the edge style moves. Sure, like Bonsley has a cool shiny, cute shiny, cool shiny. I feel like either or is applicable. All that matters is I like the way the red looks. It reminds me of Christmas. Ah, screw it. Let's just go all in. If it sparkles, then we can adjust plans accordingly. This will, if nothing else, this will clear them out quicker. Or at least there would if Sudowoodo didn't keep popping up in the picture. I guess Sudowoodo's also run. Is that it? Oh! Actually getting a second wave. And they're alphas. Could you imagine? If that one got out of the way, then I could maybe like strike in the back. Well, guess that's what I get for pushing my luck. But at least I have the perfect Pokemon to use against them. Also, Roserade is a Pokemon Go shiny it technically as well. I'm only bringing that up because, like, technically, that's why I don't have it updated on the Pokedex accordingly. Just thought it'd be more fun to grind out research with the shiny variant rather than just a flat-out original. And I can get all the way from the back. So when the rainstorm is about to clear up, let me at least get all the counters to make sure I'm not missing out on a shiny Sudowoodo along the way. Really? Well, at least we had an equal exchange. Shoot. What a terrible time to run out of puddle dances. But maybe I can just catch it from this range. Alphas are worth a decent amount of money. Kind of crazy to think of who's richer, me and Legends Arceus specifically, or the average Animal Crossing player. I think it'd be bold and assume me, especially if we're taking inflation into account, because I'm in the ancient past, and it feels like it's safe to assume that Animal Crossing players are playing in recent time. Oh shoot, why was I going at Skoruby? Skoruby has a nice cool red as well. And like Cyndaquil, and like the rain's about to clear it up, and I'm only just now realizing all these shiny Pokemon that I want to go after in this outbreak specifically. At least I'll have a chance to do a flyby. Don't know how he didn't see me, but we'll take those. Well, we tried. I don't even really feel too motivated to fight them. Do I bother with the satchels along the way? Maybe not, because like I could probably squeeze it, especially if I just go right now. I could probably squeeze in one more satchel, or I mean one more mass outbreak before the stream goes on for 2 hours. Had to check out the tree, just on the off chance that it was not a Burmy. I forget the exact area, but it felt like we were getting close to non-Burmy territory. Toeg, I'm pretty sure I got him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to do another mass outbreak. I don't quite have it in me to seek out that last satchel. That's someone else's problem. Maybe even my own, depending on if it's still there the next time I'm here. You know, now that I look at it as a percentage and not just a number, yeah, we were pretty compared to the odds of compared to the percent number I had for Qwilfish and Stanler. We're still a decent amount of time away from getting a shiny Petalil. So I can't really complain too much. Yeah, I think if we get lucky, I can squeeze one more mass outbreak in before the end of the night. And as tempting as it is to go back to the Mirelands, I keep forgetting that Rowlets spawn in Coronet Highlands, and probably the reason I haven't found a shiny Rowlet yet is because I keep neglecting going to the Highlands in exchange for every other area, because I, for some reason, forget. I remember the Pokemon that I need to appear in those other areas, but for some reason when it comes to, I keep thinking that I've gotten everything I needed from Coronet already. Probably because there was some areas like the opening one, the Outlands, that had 2 of the shinies that I was looking for back in the days, so it was just easier to prioritize them. Oh, and what do you know? Luck betrays me. Only Sneasel here. That might be the actual reason why I don't come here looking for a Rowlet more often. Because I got the Sneasel, and that was like the big one. That was like the new one. Rowlet is a starter. So maybe I have to remind myself that it has a Hissuian form when it fully evolves. Probably not. Maybe it's because like there was other things that appeared here besides Rowlet that I was looking for, but I've already taken care of them, so that made it feel even more likely that I had like full completion. Point is that we did a check and nothing was there. But at least we tried. If I have to choose between the Mirelands and Coronet again, then I'm probably going to go for the Mirelands. I just said it, and yet I'm already tempted to betray the words I said. Mostly because I never actually go to the Highlands, I'm always going to the other place. So I might as well go here as much as I can, Well, I'm consciously thinking about it because odds are Rowlet's going to end up being the last shiny that I'm looking for of the Hisui collection, specifically because I keep forgetting to go here. You see, this is what we call foreshadowing. I can't believe I'm trying to channel my dumb luck and timing. There is a Rowlet outbreak. It's not impossible. Oh, okay. I just pulled up my counter for specifically for Rowlet / Hissuian Decidueye, and wow. Apparently I haven't been neglecting Rowlet, because other things that I've had here was like in the 180s and like 80% to full odds and all that. You want to know how many checks I've done specifically of Rowlet and his family? Apparently I've done 207. And the current and we're currently at 95% towards full odds, or like before we go over odds. This could be the one. It probably won't, because like if anything, all the shiny luck I've gotten from everything else has, like, I've already sapped. I'm already unusually lucky today with how the beginning of the stream went, so I wouldn't be surprised if I just like channel all my luck and peaked early on. But we gotta hold hope. We gotta stay determined. Blue Owl, the moment we climb upwards. No sign of owls yet. Just a Motham that apparently spotted me, but doesn't know how to fly up. There's the owls. No sparkles yet. Too far away to catch normally. Shoot. Great, I'm making them scattered. Hold still, little birds. I promise I won't bite. Shoot, I lost complete track of how many this. I think that's the third one that's disappeared. So I'll put in 3 for now. I'm gonna totally go over odds for Rowlet in particular, aren't I? Anything else it could be Alpha Yamas, that'd be cool, but I really should just reset now. How many Rowlets did I catch? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot to clean out my inventory. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I know you can't have more than 10 in an outbreak, so I'll put in 7. Because clearly I miscount how many actually ran. Woo! We did it! I am over odds for finding a shiny Pokemon in the Rowlet line. Huzzah! You know, 217 encounters, and yes, I maxed out the research. I have the Shining Charm, and we're doing massive mass outbreaks in particular for them. I think to celebrate, I won't reset. We'll just clean out our inventory and maybe check a couple outbreaks along the way of collecting satchels. The greed in me kind of wants to go for one more. We'll make our way towards the Yama with the sparkle. If only because there's a chance that could be that second wave could be an alpha set. I can't believe I managed to avoid all the other outbreaks along the way. That was purely by accident. Right. I was gonna say, was it really smart of me just to go head on, because Yamas normally fight? They don't seem to be fighting yet, though. You think one of them would have gone like, I'm gonna obliterate you now. Works for me, because it makes it easier to go for this wave. Yeah, I guess I was overdue for that. Alright, let's wave number 2. Just Yamagas. Oh well, I mean, while we're here, I might as well. Okay, now they're all angry. Great. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna bother. I think I've cleared out any possibility of there being a shiny Pokemon from that outbreak. It's not something I'm looking for. Let's just get a flyby to Shinx and see if there's anything there. I mean, even though I already got a shiny Sneasel, who am I to turn up? I might as well do the Sneasel outbreak while I'm here. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to have a shiny Sneasel and a Sneaseler. We get the whole... We not just have one for the family, but one of each species. Obviously, I'd like to save that luck towards other things, but... We're here. You know, this might be a little tiny bit out of Togepi's league. Possibly. At least this way I can say I got at least one thing done related to research out of this whole ordeal. And that's enough to justify actually playing it out rather than just resetting once I realize the things that I'm looking for aren't there. Alright, let's clear out those Sneasels, I guess. Alright, get this up. I guess I might as well potion you just in case. Kind of running out of space to hold Oran Berry, so I guess I might as well feed you. I think this counts towards happiness anyways. Let's see if anything crazy happens when we catch these Sneasels. Just realizing I'm already running out of Pokeballs and supplies in general. Oh hey, Togepi can evolve. Yeah, I think that's it for things I want out of this outbreak. And we're almost at 2 hours anyway, so as tempting as it is to keep going, there is the whole ordeal that I probably rest my voice and so there's things I want to do before the end of the night anyways. Alright, that's all clear. I wonder if I want to end off the stream with evolving the Togepi or getting all my shinies out. Well, I'm deciding on that I can evolve the Togepi, I suppose. So we've at least seen each of the shiny Pokemon I've gotten tonight. Being able to finally mark off the Togepi and give myself the best odds possible to actually reclaim the shiny Togepi that got away, I'm down for that. So with that, that takes care of the number of Togepis that can evolve. Decent amount of cash. Now, if that doesn't cover the cost of all the Ultra Balls I used, then the rocks I sell away will. And with that, Togepi is all done. And speaking of which, come out, little buddy. You're not shiny, but I think I can do the stream closer with you. If you would stop staring at me and my character and look at the screen, so we can do the full immersion, anti-immersion. That'd be great. Well, he's gonna keep looking at the Togepi, but this works for me. Thank you all for tuning in for the stream and all that. I know things have been a little inconsistent, and I'm not sure if I'll be streaming next week or the week after, because typically it would be the week after with the every other week routine, but I was kind of already off by not streaming last week. That particular week is the same week that Deltarune comes out, and like with it being out on Wednesday, if not earlier, I should have plenty of time to play through it before coming out of internet hibernation. But we'll see how I feel when the time comes. I'll put it on the calendar. If I make a more solid plan sooner, I'll actually schedule a stream more than 2 hours before I actually go live for once. But if not, I'm doing stuff on the channel you can check out. And regardless, I hope you take care.